Hello viewers, welcome back. So in this video, let's continue from where we had left off in the previous video. So the very first thing we need to do in this video is we would like to see how we can create some video lectures for our students. So the very first thing is you need to go to this create tab and press create a lesson. Once you click it, a new interface will open up. As compared to your Edpuzzle, TED provides only a single source, that is YouTube. So copy any YouTube content and paste it over here. For example, let me search my name and let's see whether I get any videos from it or not. Okay, so basically you can see that I have few videos over here. Let me click this. How to create great content for YouTube. Okay, so I had prepared this video a long time back. Let me use this as a video lecture source. Select it and press continue. So once you do it, you would be able to see the interface. This is how the interface looks like. It's really simple and very intuitive. How is it different from Edpuzzle? Okay, we'll see how is it different. First of all, you need to give a title to your video. It can be same or you can change it accordingly. Okay, for example, let me get rid of these tags. So the title can be how to create great content for YouTube. Okay, and then save it. So now on the left hand side, you can see this is your video, and on this top over here is the lesson title. Similarly, let's click on this let's begin and see what it is exactly. Once I click on this let's begin, it allows me to enter something about my video. It's basically is a description about my video. So for example, I can write this video discusses the various tools using which we can create beautiful digital content. Okay, and then save the text. Okay, so now you saw that whatever content I entered in the description box came over here. So great video, your draft is being saved each time you update a section. Okay, so let's move ahead and click this think button. This think tab is very similar to what we had in Edpuzzle. In Edpuzzle, we used to have questions in between the video timeline. Similar kind of a thing happens over here. You can add questions. For example, let me add a multiple choice question. You can see the interface is quite similar to that of Edpuzzle. Okay, so what is YouTube? For example, this is my question. Okay, let me add some answers over here. It's a video sharing platform. Okay, next, it's a video conferencing platform. Okay, this is my second option. So I know that option number A is correct, so I would get rid of the extra options. I will only give two options. If I want to add extra options, I can click this tab over here and then add the answer. Okay, so now this green indicator means that A is the correct answer. If I wish to change it, I simply need to click this B, but I know that A is my correct answer, so I would keep it as green or correct. Similarly, this video hint is nothing but at what instant or at what time I want this question to pop up. So what I can do is I can simply click on this video at the bottom. At suppose for example 1 minute and 20 seconds I wish the question to pop up. I can simply move it like this, or I can type in the time in this text box. So at exactly 1 minute and 20 seconds the question will pop up. So now save it. In the same fashion, I can add or I can keep on adding multiple questions. For the sake of this video tutorial, I would just keep it to one question. Otherwise the video will go on and on and on and the duration will increase. Okay, I don't want that. So next we can click on this dig deeper. When I click on this dig deeper, it gives me an option to give some supplementary info. This supplementary info can be any historical background or any technical background of the topic which you are teaching. For example, what is YouTube, how YouTube came into picture, because we are discussing how to create digital content for YouTube, right? So you can talk about something related to that. It is not compulsory. In fact, any of these things which we are doing right now is not compulsory. So we can keep on experimenting and trying different options. The supplementary info itself is a supplement, that is, it's optional, so we can skip it. Okay, so click on this save, because I don't want anything to appear over here, so it's blank. If I click this discuss is nothing but a discussion forum. You might have seen various discussion forums on public domains. Those are basically places where different people of different opinion could come and interact with each other. For example, Quora, Quora, for example, Stack Overflow. These are various discussion forums where like-minded people can interact with each other and come to a conclusion. They can solve each other's problems, post solutions, post queries, and whatnot. Same kind of a thing can happen over here on your video. The students might interact with each other. They might come up with problems, queries, their questions and the doubts. They might be interacting with each other more often as compared to interacting with you, because the students may find it more comfortable to interact with each other and come out with a solution before even asking you for the solution. So basically this opens up a path for the students to interact with each other and solve each other's problems by helping out each other. So it's a really cool feature this TED Ed is having, which is an added advantage over Edpuzzle. So you can ask any questions, for example, any questions regarding YouTube or whatever you want. So you can post questions like this. Description is optional, and depending upon this question, you might receive answers from the various students who have enrolled to your course. Okay, and finally, some closing thoughts. The closing thoughts could be any extra comments, any suggestions, any inputs you want from the users, or anything extra you couldn't put up in the previous sections, that you can put up over here. So that will mark the end of your video lecture editing, and then we can finalize our video content. If we wish to crop it, we can do so by clicking over here, crop video, and it's actually better than the cropping feature we saw in Edpuzzle. It's really very simple. You simply need to move in with this timeline, and you can select the time from which your video should start and the time at which your video should end. So it's really that simple, because when you click on this particular timeline, the video also keeps on moving, and you would easily get an idea of what exactly is being shown on the screen. So let's crop 1 second from here and 4 seconds from here. Now just save it. So this is how you could easily crop some sections of your video, okay, which is not needed. And finally, you can see a preview. So simply click on this preview tab, and this is how your video will look. Watch, think, dig deeper, discuss, and finally. So let me show you how exactly this looks. If I click on this watch, you're right now inside this watch section only. If I click on this think, you will get the questions directly. Okay, if I click on this dig deeper, I didn't put anything inside that dig deeper section, so it would be blank. And similarly, if I click on this discuss, it will ask questions in the discussion forum. So I had asked a question, any questions regarding YouTube, so that will be prompted over here, and if anyone has any answer, they can start a discussion and they can put their answer over here. And finally, the closing comments, which I intentionally kept blank. So this is how your video will look to the student. And finally, once you are satisfied with the quality of the video lecture, you can simply click on this publish button and it will be published. So now let's see, what are the various options? How do you want your students to access your lesson? The similar kind of a thing we saw in Edpuzzle also. You can keep your lectures open, or you may ask your students to log in with a TED Ed account. So simply after selecting this step, you can click on share your lesson, and you can even share your lesson on various social media handles by simply clicking over here or copying this link and sharing with your students directly. So that's how cool this particular platform TED Ed is. You can upload your YouTube videos or any other YouTube videos which you think would act as a beautiful video lecture and share it with your students by doing some editing or adding some questions to that video. So basically what you can do is, if you're not able to create your own video lecture, you can borrow someone else's perfectly edited or perfectly created video lecture and share it with your students, so that at the end of the day our main motto is fulfilled, that is, share knowledge as much as possible, whether if it's your work or someone else's work. Obviously, by providing proper credits and keeping the due diligence in mind, you could proceed ahead. So this is how we create a video lecture using this platform which is called as TED Ed. From the next video lecture onwards, we would see how we could create assessments that are very interactive in nature, using which you could create questions, you could create tests in the form of crosswords, fill in the blanks, match the following, jumbled quizzes, etc. so the students enjoy and give the test. So let's meet you on the other side of this video. So stay tuned till then.